How you feeling, man? It's a good week.
Better. You know, bounce back. You know what I'm saying? Like I said I would, you know. Yeah, man. You know, last week, man, I was a little down, man. I don't take L's well, man. You know what I'm saying? This week, got the 10. It's kind of like the spot I like to be in. Donkey. Summertime streets, hot shit, concrete. I'm feeling better, man. True comeback story. Kind of like the time, man. I had this joint B I was talking to, man, and woke up. I thought everything was straight. You know what I'm saying? Thought things was going pretty well. And, you know, she hit my line. You know, what is this? And, you know, whenever they ask that, man, I don't know about you, man. That's usually the beginning of the end for me. I'm gonna tell this bitch that I get 100. Woo! You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I just tell her, you know, hey, man, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We got understanding. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know, we got it smooth. We ain't got to, you know, wasn't good enough for her. You feel what I'm saying? So, true fashion, I'm like, I understand. You know, I respect your decision. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, she gonna be back. You know what I'm saying? She probably got some old country dude calling, texting, staying on the phone, caking. We're not doing that. We really, you know what I'm saying? We getting money. But
As you should.
probably like 2 months go by. You know what I'm saying? I'm just doing what I'm doing, investing in myself, reading. You know what I'm saying? Studying up, just making sure. You know what I'm saying? I'm handling my business. I get a text. Hey, WYD. It's nothing like a true comeback. Game 1 on the slate. We got the Washington football team versus the Atlanta Falcons. Now, last week, Washington got beat to sleep by the Buffalo Bills, and Atlanta, like I said they would, went up to New York and knocked off the Giants. This week, however, they face one another. And if I have to make a decision, I got to go with Washington because they have the more talented roster. Good luck. Game number 2 on the slate. I got the Houston Texans and the Buffalo Bills. Now, a couple weeks ago with a healthy Tyrod, this would have been a different take. But because there is no Tyrod, we got Davis Mills leading the charge, and Buffalo just came off of a steamrolling over the Washington football team. Give me Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, and the W. Game number 3 on the slate. I got the Detroit Lions versus the Chicago Bears. Now, last week, I was all for Justin Fields getting his first start, going crazy, but my expectations were realistic because Cleveland has a good defense, and if you saw the game, Chicago's O-line needs some help. Now, this week, they face off against the Lions. Now, the Lions are coming off of a heartbreaking loss to the Baltimore Ravens. Shout out to Justin Tucker for making NFL history with that kick. I am going to go for a potential upset with Detroit, Jared Goff knocking off the Bears. Game number 4 on the slate. I got the Carolina Panthers versus the Dallas Cowboys. Carolina had been hot. They have been rolling. They went down to Texas and got beat up, bruised up. Some cats is missing in action. Dallas, first of all, let me slow down. I have no problem admitting when I'm wrong, contrary to popular belief. Last week I had Philly upsetting Dallas in Dallas, and it was a terrible pick. Dak showed up, Zeke showed up, and the rest, as they say, is history. So this week, I hope Cowboy Nation can accept my sincere apology. Shout out to Pierre Warren, my guy Henry Pilcher, and also Coach Run and Shoot, my main man, Deuce Roberson. Give me the Cowboys for the big-time W over the Panthers. Game number 5 on the slate. I got the Indy Colts versus the Miami Dolphins. Now, coming to the season, if you've ever talked ball with me, you know I was hot on the Colts. Shout out to Carson Wentz. However, things have been rough, and I never thought it would be this rough. Now, Miami ran into a speed bump. They lost their starting quarterback. But if you've been paying attention, Brissett is spinning it. And I think that team has enough pieces to get a W. So, them versus the Colts, let me get the Miami Dolphins. Game number 6 on the slate. We got the Minnesota Vikings versus the Cleveland Brownies. Now, Minnesota is a team that if you've been paying attention, they keep eluding me. Me, personally, I'm a Kirk Cousins guy. I know he has the arm talent, 2 great receivers. However, he's stuck in a traditional offense under a traditional coach that wants to pound the rock. We saw that with Dalvin Cook since he's been in the league, but also Alexander Madison whenever Dalvin can't play. On the other side, Cleveland, great defensive game, showed up, showed out, 9.5 sacks, I believe. Went crazy. Myles Garrett, 4.5. This game, if I have to make a decision, I think that the Cleveland Browns are going to win. The only reason why I say it is because I can't pinpoint Minnesota. We shall see. Game number 7 on the slate. I got the New York Giants versus the New Orleans Saints. Now, last week, I told y'all that Jameis could go up to Foxborough and get it done as long as Kamara showed up, showed out. Kamara, 120 total yards and a tud. Them boys got it done. Now, they're peaking at, well, I won't even say peaking. They're getting it right at the right time. This is a great game for them to continue to build on that momentum. Jameis Winston, Sean Payton, W. 8, I want to take some time out, man. Give a major shout out to my player partner, man, Demo, man. Been supporting them Titans since I known them. Also, my guy, at Get Up Craig, man. Y'all go check out his IG. He just did a recent drop for his clothing brand Movers. It's going crazy. Game number 9 on the slate. I got the Kansas City Chiefs and I got the Philly Eagles. Now, Kansas City is also a team that keeps eluding me. I can't pin them down, but I know that they have the talent. They just got to fix a couple of things on the defensive side of the ball. Now, Philly, coming off of that blow-off loss to Dallas, they're trying to find things. They're trying to figure it out. They're trying to find a way to get to these W's. However, I don't think that they'll be able to play upset because I think that Patrick Mahomes gets it done. Shout out to Jet McKinnon. Game number 10 on the slate, and it is going to be the game of the week, man. The Arizona Cardinals versus the LA Rams. Now, if I've said it once, I've said it twice, and possibly 10 to 15 times at this point. Matthew Stafford was the best offseason acquisition. The Rams are rolling, they're figuring it out, and the offense looked extremely explosive. Now, Arizona kind of ran into a couple hurdles last week against the Jacksonville Jaguars. However, I think they played down. They were kind of sleeping on them, and they were trying to establish the run. However, this week, they face off against one another. Give me Stafford, Deshaun Jackson, Cooper Kupp, and Sean McVay. Game number 11 on the slate, we got the Seattle Seahawks versus the San Francisco 49ers. Now, all I hear is people saying negative things about my guy Jimmy G, but all he continues to do is stack the W's on top of one another. Seattle, another team that I just can't pinpoint. I can't track them down. I can't hold them down. I can't figure it out. Is it offense? Is it defense? Am I going to get big-time Russ? Am I going to get big-time DK? I can't figure it out. But these two teams facing off against one another with Seattle's struggle in their run defense, I got to take Jimmy GQ and the run game for the W. Oh, yeah, I think I'm going to go with Denver, bro. I'm kind of nervous to do it, but I'm picking Denver over Baltimore. This is going to make my homeboy go nuts. Game number 12 on the slate. We got the Baltimore Ravens versus the Denver Broncos. Now, if you've been paying attention, I've been really high on the Broncos simply because Teddy Bridgewater is a solid NFL starter, and that defense has major upside with the pieces. Now, this week, they facing off against MVP Lamar and the Baltimore Ravens, who just escaped a crazy potential upset last week. However, these two teams versus one another, upset of the week. Even though I don't really know if it's technically an upset because Baltimore at this point is only favored by 1 point, but I'm going with touchdown Teddy and my guy Trail for the W. Game number 13 on the slate, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Green Bay Packers. Now, unlike everybody else, I'm not just going to pile on Big Ben and say he needs to hang it up and says he need to quit. He's just an older quarterback in the NFL that has had a great career. However, when it comes down to Green Bay versus Pittsburgh, give me the discount double check for the big-time W, Aaron. Game number 14 on the slate. And I want to be clear that y'all understand my prediction. I'm going to beat the table so y'all know how serious I am about this prediction. Tampa Bay versus New England. Now, Gronk is out, so we only going to subtract 1 touchdown away from the equation. But I don't know where you've been or what you think you've seen, but this game is going to get bloody. He's out for blood. It's going to get so crazy. Look at my score prediction and holler at me Monday. Game 15 and the final game on the slate, we got the Las Vegas Raiders versus the LA Chargers. Now, the Raiders are one of the hottest teams in the NFL right now. They're putting together great W's. They're throwing the ball around the field. The run game is getting it done. And the defense has really been imposing. Now, the Chargers, they've been scratching, clawing, earning some gritty W's. They lost to Dallas, but only by a field goal. Then they go into KC and get the upset last week. Not to mention, this is the Monday night game. However, big picture, I'm looking at the personnel. I'm looking at the coaches. I got to make a decision. And with that being said, give me the Chargers for the W.